Blog Talk Radio.
Good evening, everyone. This is me, Jonathan Alexander, and I'm here to host our show, Life, Laughter, Happiness. Today I have my co-host, Kelly. Are you there, Kelly?
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
Yay!
Hi,
Kelly.
Hi.
Barbara. Are you there, Barbara?
Yes, I'm here. Hi, everybody.
Okay.
Hi, Barbara.
And because this is a psychic day, we have our Life, Laughter, Happiness psychic, Karen Page. Are you there, Karen?
Hi, Karen. Oh, that's me. That's right. Hi.
Okay. Now, before the show, we have two people that were lined up to be on tonight. Now, the first one is Priscilla, and the other one is Brian. Are you there, Brian?
Cool. Brian?
Brian, are you there?
Mr. Brian.
I put him on. I gave him a number. He put him on.
Was it something I said? Where are you, dude?
Hey, where are you? This is the part where you speak.
He's on.
Where are you?
Hi,
He's
Brian.
on, yeah.
It's Karen. Remember me? Hello.
Hello. Okay.
Huh?
Well, we decided that Priscilla would go first, and then Brian would go second. I talked to Karen about that. That's what we figured is the best thing. So,
Oh, he said
while,
he is talking. He just texted me. He is talking. But he says he's not on.
well, he's on the air. Let's see here. Let me see. Let's try it again.
Okay.
Are you there, Brian?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Now
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay,
Oh.
there we go.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, Brian, what we're going to do is first Priscilla's going to go first, and then after Priscilla goes, we will put you on, okay? But you can sit and
Sounds
listen.
good.
Just listen.
Yeah.
You might want to mute yourself. Okay. Priscilla, you are you there?
Yeah.
Priscilla?
Hi.
Hi,
Okay,
sweetheart.
good.
How are you?
Okay, you had some concerns that you wanted to talk about with Karen, so I'll go ahead and I'll mute myself and let you two talk.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you,
What's going on,
Jonathan.
Miss Priscilla?
So I watched a tarot reading. I watched like 3 tarot readings, and each one said in the upcoming month of September, in like early September, I think, a big loss will happen in my life, and I'm just wondering what that loss is surrounded by.
I have a question to ask you, okay? And
Mhm.
by the way, I used to teach tarot,
Mhm.
okay? I don't use it with my clients now, but it is a tool that I am very familiar with, and I have taught tarot, okay?
Mhm.
So I want to know, where exactly did you have these readings?
On YouTube, by this psychic. I know her. Well, I don't know her personally, but I watch a lot of her videos, and she seems legit. So.
Well,
yeah.
but I have to tell you, whatever tool a reader uses, okay, is very personal and connected directly to the person they're reading for. Okay, it can't. Please forgive me, sweetheart. I've been doing this a long time. Okay, it can't really be done on YouTube if your energy is not in the same place as hers. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
And making a blanket statement like there's going to be a big loss is, I'm sorry, I don't agree with her.
Okay.
I don't agree with her. And
Good.
it is, and No, I don't. And come on, Barbara, you know me. If it was something that was there, I'd say I would tell Priscilla. Okay?
Yeah.
But this does not feel right to me. First of all, one single card out of a tarot deck does not tell you anything. It's a story in the layout of the cards. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I don't, but maybe I need to research this a little more.
It was a past, present, and future layout.
Sweetheart, and I understand that, and that is, forgive me, but that's kind of baloney. There's a whole story combined in different tarot layouts, but one single card does not tell you about the past, and one single card does not tell you about the present, and one single card does not tell you about what's coming up. That's baloney, because it gives no information that connects those things to where it's going. Do you understand?
Yes.
And the tarot cards were built and created to tell a story about, I'm a psychic. I have a lot of clients all over the world that have never met me. I've only read for them on the phone. But I don't use tarot cards. For me, it literally is like pulling it out of the ether. Like I know what color my eyes are, okay? But tarot cards are a very specific tool that I have a very dear friend that's a tarot reader in Cape Cod, and she and I have had long conversations about this, that it is one single card cannot predict anything that is coming up, and past, present, and future, forgive me, there's no nice way to say this, but it's pretty much a gimmick. It cannot be done with one single card.
Well, it's good that this has been brought up, though, so the listeners can know this as well.
Oh, well, I think it's important because understanding that the tarot cards were created in France, I want to say in like the 1400s, and they were done for French royalty, and they tell a story. That's why they're so pretty. I have a huge collection of tarot decks from all over the world, and they're beautiful, but they tell a story, and each position in the layout, and there are several different layouts, but the 3-card layout that you're talking about, past, present, and future, that tells you nothing, sweetheart, because one card doesn't tell a whole story. It's a piece of the puzzle. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes.
So, Priscilla, I love you dearly, and I hope you know that.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you, if you had a reason to be worried or upset, I would make sure you know that. But I just got chills when I said that to you. But this feels like there's nothing there, sweetheart. You have everything in the world to be happy about.
Okay, thank you.
You are very welcome, but don't waste 1 calorie of energy on that. And if you want to learn tarot, I'll be happy to teach you, sweetheart.
Oh,
okay?
Wow. We should make a
but
trip
we're not
there.
doing it on YouTube. Okay?
Yeah. I hope there's a lot of people listening to that because the poor little thing was so upset. A lot of stuff runs through these children's minds.
And, honey, if you don't know, you can't understand.
Right.
I mean, you have no idea how many, I'm talking thousands of people over the years that have said to me, how do you know that? And I've told you guys this, you, Jonathan, and Kelly, that my mom and I used to laugh, and she used to say to me that on my business cards, it instead of it saying Karen Page Psychic Counseling, it should have said good guesser, sometimes really good guesser. Because it's something that that's my tool. I am what's called a clear channel. It literally just kind of comes in, and I'm a conduit. Here's the information, you know? And I always had a curiosity. I wanted to learn as much about all the different tools that are available, and tarot and astrology and all the other things that are out there that I wanted to learn about. And tarot is a very, very, God bless whoever sneezed. Tarot is a very interesting, it's a fascinating tool to use when you understand how the cards work with each other. But one single card, oh no, that tells you nothing. And every
is
time
this for one person? I'm wondering if she's playing, and it's directed as you, one person, or a group of people.
What do you mean?
This card on YouTube.
Honey, one card does not tell anything from a tarot deck. When she's setting up, the woman on YouTube, a 3-card layout where one card represents the past, one card represents the present, and one card represents the future. Is that what it was, Priscilla?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's baloney. Because any one of those things, the past, the present, and the future, if the tool is tarot, it takes more than one card to lay out the whole story, to paint the whole picture of what's going on or has gone on or is going to go on.
Okay.
That makes a lot of sense.
Well, it's true. And when you study tarot, you find out that each card can represent many things. People always think that the tower means total destruction and everything you have, it's going to fall down and it's over. Okay? It's none of that. It's sort of like the phoenix that rises from the ashes. It is a clearing out of the old foundation of things and building an opportunity to build something new. Like you're going to a new school?
Yes. Okay,
that would show up with probably the tower as one of the things because it's the end of an old formula.
Yeah.
And it's the opportunity to build something new.
Yeah.
But there would be all these other things around it. Do you know what I mean? If you took the tower at face value, you would look at it and go, oh, my God, what's going to happen? Because it looks like a scary card, that and the death card. And the funny part is they're both cards of new beginnings.
Yeah.
So I got to tell you, Dolly, and I told you this when you and I talked the first time, this feels like you are coming into such a happy time. You're going to make some lifelong friends. So I don't know, God bless this lady. I don't know what the heck she's talking about, but 3 cards, you have nothing to be upset over, sweetheart.
Mhm.
I promise.
Relieved. Plus, you already did her reading, which told her a lot of great things are happening in her future, and now it's happening.
I mean,
next Wednesday starting.
I'm so excited for you.
Yeah.
Yay! Is anything else you want to know about this, sweetheart?
Actually.
Okay.
So, before and a little bit after, I went to my sister's house.
Mm-hmm.
The whole time I was before the plane ride, I had a really bad nightmare, and then most of the nights that I was there at her house, I had multiple nightmares, and I was literally like really afraid to go to sleep. Remember, Mother?
Yes.
And I'm just wondering if those nightmares have any meaning behind them, or anything like that.
Well, it feels like the original, before you went there, that nightmare feels like that was fear-based, okay?
Yeah.
The ones when you were there and you couldn't go to sleep, I know you're going to laugh when I say this, but it feels like they're not living in that house by themselves. It feels like that on the grounds where the house was built, feels like that house was already occupied by people they couldn't see.
Oh. You felt
And it feels like that, and there's a great deal of conflict between the walls in that house. It's not this happy, hearty place where everybody's happy. You know, that's not what it feels like. And it feels like that particular house or the land it was built on, that there was a lot of heartache. Because I got to tell you, that house feels like it was already occupied before they moved in.
Wow.
And that's what it feels like you were picking up, because you and I talked about how sensitive you are. And that's what it feels like was going on in the house that you picked up on, and that it wasn't what they wanted it to look like. Do you know what I mean?
Wait, what was that?
It feels like what was being presented to you on the surface was not what really goes on in that house. It feels like there's a great deal of conflict in that house.
Oh.
And that's what it feels like, part of what you were picking up. And the other part feels like it's the people that lived there before they ever moved in that are still there.
Do you think that, Priscilla, did you feel like maybe there's conflict between that married couple, your sister and her husband, at all?
I don't know.
That they were hiding a little bit, maybe?
I don't know.
She would not know that. This feels like a very practiced facade.
Whoa. Wow.
What do you mean, practice?
In other words, they want everybody that meets them, they have a public persona, a public face, and then they have the one that when it's only the two of them. What really goes on, the dynamic between the two of them, because he feels super controlling. Excuse me, did I just say that?
Wait, who?
Michael.
Michael.
He's controlling.
The husband feels very controlling, rigid.
What do you think?
I don't know.
Not sure. Wow.
She wouldn't know, because she would not see that. He wouldn't show that to her. But it feels like the dynamic between her sister and her husband, that feels like where the conflict is on this plane. But it feels like there are also, I'm not kidding, that house feels like there's other people living in there. And I'm not talking about friends that come over and spend the night. I'm talking about people that actually never left, you know.
Right. Oh, that's
and it feels like Priscilla is so sensitive that she picked up on that energy.
Yes.
And I also think she picked up on the, duplicity of what was being presented to her and what the underlying truth is in the relationship.
Well, I'm glad that they were on their best behavior for you during that week.
They're that way with anybody that they're face-to-face with, except each other when it's just the two of them. Because the relationship feels like there's almost a tug of war between them for power.
She did.
Power of what? The child?
No, she alluded towards that things weren't so perfect, though. She has alluded to that.
Oh, I'm
On
not
the
surprised.
show.
Because it feels like he feels like it's my way or the highway. You know?
And she's insecure. She also said she's insecure that he might stop loving her.
Well,
and leave her.
He's such a snuggle bunny. He's not going anywhere, honey.
Okay. He just likes to be really in control.
Well, yeah, he's very controlling, and if you grew up in the house he grew up in, you'd have that issue with women too.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey,
wow.
Mom.
Okay. Oh.
So.
Well.
But that's their journey, you know. And he's not leaving the child anyway, so I'm not worried about any of that.
That's true.
But he has a very complicated personality. Isn't that a nice way of putting it? How Libran of me.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. Does that answer all of your questions, Priscilla?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Sweetheart, rest your heart. The good news is they didn't come home with you.
Right. Oh my gosh. And all in all, it was pretty good, except for she did her canoe went downstream, or she fell out of the canoe.
I didn't fall out of the canoe. I didn't fall out of the canoe, Mother.
Were you in the water going downstream?
I told you that story, Mom.
Well, really quickly.
Okay,
all I care about is, did you have fun, sweetheart?
Yes, I did have fun.
It's all that matters. And as long as they were sweet to you, that's all that matters. Because the dynamic between them, that's their journey.
Yes.
And I'm really glad that you had a nice time. That's so important.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But rest your heart, sweetie. And one of these days when we get a chance, I will gladly, it'll take time, but I will gladly teach you tarot. It's fascinating.
Yes, and that might inspire her. This whole thing might inspire her to take it upon herself to learn, so she doesn't have to rely on a YouTube channel for.
Well, but it's and taking somebody else's word rather than what you feel.
Mm-hmm.
And
the higher power.
And like what I say, know it. You have to know it like you know what color your eyes are, and for this lady to simplify someone's life by 3 cards, shame on her.
Right. There's so many people out there doing that.
I know. Believe me, I know.
Mm-hmm. Well, see,
I told you. I've said to people, I tell people if what they want is the gypsy on the pier, please go find them. I'm not that person.
Yeah, right. Oh, my gosh. I just have one thing that it's an update, you guys, which is very interesting.
What's
about
that, Dolly?
The ghost. Yes, the ghost the ghosts, plural, that I saw. Okay. Karen Page said,
yes, ma'am.
This is what she said. You will find out everything, Barbara. Well, I did, because I had a maintenance request. The maintenance man came in here.
And filled you in.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a character.
Yes,
he's seen more drama than a movie set has in that complex.
Oh my. Yes, he literally has been here 45 years working here.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
God bless him.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
He's an old, really cool old man. He's going to retire in the Dominican, I think he said, something like that, where it's spiritual. And, oh, my gosh, when he said that word spiritual, I knew my
he
answer.
feels like, I wish him such peace, because, boy, there are some people that have lived there that sure haven't been nice to him.
Oh, probably.
And shame on them,
Yes, he's such a sweet man.
Yeah.
So, okay. So he said, this is such a safe place to live. And I said, so in all of these years you've worked here, so no murders or major crime? And he's like, oh no,
Well,
oh no. And I go, well, I know that lady who passed away
I
right
was going
there.
to say, yeah, let's not go that far.
Right. I go, and that she died naturally. So that was like my in to start talking about that. And I said to him that I saw her ghost, and
Yeah.
you never know how you're going to react. I mean,
That's
how
right.
somebody's going to react to something like that. But he was so totally believing me, and he
But
started
he
telling
knows
me
all
that
about that stuff, and he's seen people that have died in that complex with his own eyes over the years.
yes,
Because she is not the first one that left in any of the units.
Mhm. Okay. And so this is what was amazing. Okay, remember I saw her with a
Mhm.
little dog and the leash was not floating.
Right.
It was tight. Okay. He said, I didn't even say any details about it. I just said, I think that she was
not.
trying to tell me, hey, my body's back there. Send somebody to help. Or who knows why. Or I was afraid. Like you said, I was afraid to be out late at night. So she was trying to make me feel better. I don't know. I didn't say anything else. He goes, what was strange is her little dog was found dead with her.
Yep.
Whoa.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Well, they were a team.
And I saw the dog too.
I know you did. I know
Wow.
you did.
and
Well,
then remember the
it always
policeman
felt
said it was
to
a
me,
man and it wasn't. It was a woman.
but it always felt to me that she had come for protection to help you feel safe.
How sweet. And he said she was very sweet. Very
Yes,
sweet, kind
she
old
felt
woman.
very sweet to me.
And just
And she had
died of
she
old
had been
age.
alone. She had been alone quite a long time.
And the dog just died with her, probably, a few days later.
I mean,
who
it was
knows?
her
It's like,
life that was her companion.
wow.
Of course, they
that
would
is
go
amazing.
together.
Yes, that is amazing. I knew people did that, but that was really amazing. And when I saw those ghost figures, they'll never leave my mind. It's somewhat like angles. The limbs and the bodies were like in angles. Does that sound like, is that normal?
Yeah.
Hmm.
You have to remember, they're not really in a physical form any longer. They take a physical form, which almost comes like lit up from the inside. You're not looking at them and it's like, oh, she's got a black slacks and a lavender top. Do you know what I mean? It's not like
Right.
that. So it's almost as though we're lit up from the inside because it's their soul that you're seeing. Their energy,
Yes,
the spirit of them.
And the feeling I get was she looked like me, and maybe she was making herself try to look like me as much as possible to not scare me. Yes.
And so that you wouldn't feel uncomfortable in any way. There was a familiarity about it.
So very sweet. And I remembered what you said, that's all about that. And when Shauna didn't even want to go to the pool for the barbecue that I was doing for her, I said, no, they're not wanting to hurt you, especially the one that I saw.
No.
So then she did go out. She had a wonderful time. But some people let ghosts, and because she is very sensitive to seeing spirits and ghosts and has many times, so she's letting it be a fear to her, which can stop you up. It can paralyze you.
You need to understand that has been what has been hammered into the public mindset. Ghosts are here to harm us and blah, blah, and that's ridiculous. No, they're not. They are usually 9 times out of 10, if not 9.5 times out of 10, they come to either protect us or to guard us. Unless, like what Priscilla was dealing with in that house, that is something that it feels like it's very interesting, the conflict between the couple, and they're in a house that there was a lot of conflict. And the people that didn't leave. They're still there. So it's very interesting to me. They didn't bring peace with them, you know?
Mhm. Do you think I should tell Bailey, her sister, about this?
No, I
her
think
home?
you should mind your own business.
Okay.
I think if she wants to talk about that to you, she's already opened the door and told you about the discomfort in the relationship.
Oh,
what,
Priscilla,
sweetheart?
Priscilla said she doesn't believe in ghosts.
Yeah, I rest my case.
She said wherever there's Jesus, there's no harm or anything like that.
Oh, sweetheart,
okay.
you definitely don't want to talk to her about this.
Okay. Well, she was on the show, though, a while ago, and she actually talked to the other psychic that day that we no longer have. And
right.
So I thought that was a beginning to her opening up more. I had no idea. Okay. Mm-mm.
No. And you know what? Trust me, she will find out in her own time. And you know what they say, denial is not just a river in Egypt. You know.
Right.
And it's something that remember I said to you about the control issues? It's not just him, it's neither of them likes the balance of power in the relationship. They're not playing well with others, you know. But trust me when I tell you, she thinks she knows that there is no such thing as spirit in the next world, and that they come to visit or get attached to where they lived. Boy, is she in for a couple of surprises along the way.
Yes, which is so strange because she wanted to talk to her dad who had passed and came on the show to do so, and wonders why he never comes to talk to her. Well, there's so many conflicting ideas here.
Well, no, the thing that I find amazing is she wants to talk to her dad who has crossed over, but she doesn't believe that that's possible.
Yeah, that's what I'm confused about.
What could possibly, why would he even remotely, she wouldn't know it if he did show up.
Right. Oh, my goodness.
She would never acknowledge that because she knows that that's not real. I'm sorry. That just makes me laugh.
Ridiculous. Mhm. That is ridiculous. Wow.
How many times do you guys hear me say we are not our bodies?
All the time.
It's just the book cover.
Wow. Okay.
Well, all right, you two cuties.
Thank you,
I love
Karen.
you, Priscilla.
Love you too.
We will talk soon.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Sherman,
bye, sweetie. Bye.
Coming. Okay. Thank you, Karen, very much.
Oh, anytime, Barbara.
Okay. All right. Well, that does it for me then. I guess it's
here
Brian's
we go.
turn. Mhm.
Mr. Brian.
Hey. Yes,
What's
I got
up,
it
dude?
unmuted now. Hey, I've been better, but I've been worse too. So.
God, just like real life.
Yeah. Funny thing,
no.
life. Yeah.
So what's up? Why are
Well,
you so stressed? Wait a minute. Why are you wasting 1 calorie of energy on other people's stuff? Okay? I know that it impacts your job, okay, because they keep moving the goal line.
Yeah.
And you know the whistle while we work?
Yeah.
That is the approach you need to take. Because when you know that that's what they're doing,
yeah,
it's like, please do not give it 1 calorie of energy. You work with. Do you remember I said to you, it's people with a bunch of big egos. It's like they're jockeying for position. It's like, oh, stop.
Right.
You know.
Right.
I'll show you how powerful I am. Really? Actually, right now you're sounding like a jerk, sir. You know?
Yeah.
Don't you wish you could say that? You know? And do
Well,
you
it's really
realize, but wait a second, Do you realize how threatening you must be to them because you actually do your job? And even when they're jumping up and down and going, you have to do this and do that, and they're adding 72 different things that have nothing to do with your job description, and you go and pick up the slack, and you do those things. Doesn't mean you're not upset inside, but don't waste that energy on them. When your boss gets back, this will all get straightened out. You there?
Well, I'm just trying to process this. What if, okay, do you see my big bosses being the hidden problem?
No.
No,
I don't.
Okay.
It feels like
Can I trust them?
Peon Central. I'm going to show you that I'm capable of, I can move up the rank. It's like, oh, stop it, you little twerp, Stop throwing your weight around.
I don't feel like I can trust my top bosses anymore because of just ways that they have treated me as of very late.
Well, but they are going through some big changes where they are in the organization. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like, boy, you talk about after all of that work and all of that getting moved into where they are, they thought they were home free forever. And now it feels
right, and they're
like
just as much under the microscope as I am from headquarters.
But I have to tell you, it feels like more so.
Yeah.
Because they feel like, I don't feel like the issue is you. It feels like headquarters has an issue with the way they've been dealing with things. Because it's funny, you don't realize how much information I'm talking about the real power gets.
Yeah.
They are not. They're not sitting there waiting for these two yahoos to call them and tell them whatever fantasy. You think they don't have? They don't know what's really going on? Oh, trust me, they do. And they are. The two of them are in great jeopardy now, and they know it.
Oh, well, yeah, that really putting it that way makes it a lot more sense because I don't see the things that happen in headquarters and anything higher up than what's in our
I understand that.
Our building, right?
I understand that, but in headquarters they have, excuse me, and don't take this the wrong way, they have eyes everywhere.
Oh,
and
yeah.
If you worked where you wouldn't even know they were there, okay?
Oh, right. Yeah.
And you have nothing to worry about because if you tried to do things right any harder, you'd be triplets, Brian. And they know that. And they know that if anything, and you know what, jealousy is such an ugly thing. People in their insecure garbage make me crazy. They know that you work hard and you are very accommodating to whatever the mood they're in of the day, and they keep moving the goal line. Okay?
Right, yeah.
And that you kind of go, okay, but is this part of my regular gig? Do you want me to do this all the time? I mean, just tell me,
Yeah, right.
And
right.
But right now, you're dealing with, I always call it musical chairs.
Yeah.
And that's what this feels like, is that in the power structure of the organization, or the ones that think they're in control of something, but they really aren't, they know that they're in trouble because you know, one of them's been making up stories, and there are a couple of people that aren't there anymore that made up stories, and they think that the people that really make the decisions, and I'm not talking about the two yahoos,
Yep.
I'm talking about in headquarters. They know what is true and what is not.
Sure. Yeah.
And if they believed every story that was told to them, and don't take this the wrong way, I'll clarify it after the words come out of my mouth, okay? You would have been gone a long time ago, and so would 2 or 3 other people.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they know it isn't true, because if what they've heard was true, how does everything magically get done?
Right. Sure. Yeah.
It's not happening on its own.
No.
Somebody's doing it. Oh, that's right, it's you. I mean, so they know all the lies. They know. And the top is where not in headquarters. I'm talking about where you are.
Yep.
That's where there is this. They know they're in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They're on thin ice, and you just need to do what you do and keep moving forward, darling. You got nothing to worry about.
Yeah, just through this storm, they will, they'll have their and that's the thing. Those 2 top positions change all the time. They're supposed to change. That's the way it works. And then people that do my job and the operations people, those are guys that have been there 20 plus years.
Yep. Well, I don't see. The funny part is, I don't see them having any issue with you. It feels like all the ones that are trying to appear like they're doing a great job, but it's with their fingers crossed behind their back, and they're lying.
It is starting to look like that now.
Exactly
now that
what it feels
kind
like.
Of put this perspective. Yeah.
Because I don't see at headquarters them having any issue with you. They know exactly how hard you work. And it feels like there's 3 of you that this is a funny way to put it, that have been picked on, okay? And they keep moving the goal line for the 3 of you. And but I'm sorry, unless the 3 of you have a magic wand, how in the world is everything getting done?
Right. And, it's funny that you said 3 of us. I don't exactly know. I mean, probably with a little tiny bit of thought, I could figure out who the 3rd one is, but immediately I knew who the 2nd one was because
there's a 3rd one.
Yeah. Him and I talked today, and it's like, dude, I know what you've been going through. I just want to let you know that I'm going through the same thing, and let's collaborate here, man. Let's get each other's backs here.
And you know what? He has yours and you have his. And there's a 3rd person. I'm not sure if I can't tell if it's a man or a woman. I just know they're not very tall.
Okay.
And they're, I always jokingly say I'm the other white meat because I'm so fair-skinned, This feels like they have really beautiful coloring. They're more olive-skinned and more, I want to say more ethnic looking.
Okay, well then you nailed it. Yep, I know.
Because it feels like the 3 of you are the ones that are really doing the work.
Oh my gosh.
And that the 3 of you guys' names have been in everybody's mouth, and it's like, then how is everything getting done if those things are true?
Yeah, and I was just thinking to myself, there are other people in there that really, really, really work hard, but they're not the ones that are under this microscope that we are. I'm not. I don't want to say that. Oh, we're the ones doing all the work.
Oh no.
These other people are.
I understand though, but it feels like the 3 of you are the ones that really take your job seriously. You guys get it done.
Oh yeah.
And you're not jumping up and down with your hand on your hip saying, why do you keep making new stuff up and moving things around and tell me what, there's none of that. You're not having temper tantrums. It gets
You know,
done.
it's interesting. The three of, and I don't want to pat myself on the back or anything, but the other two that I know that are in this boat with me, they have some of the big, especially the last one that you mentioned, the biggest hearts I've ever met. In fact, I've told Kelly that I can't wait till she meets her because she is literally an angel. I'm not even joking. She is an angel.
But you guys feel like the Three Musketeers, and it's so funny because she has a masculine energy. I don't mean that she's gay, straight, or a poodle, but she is like on top of it. Do you know what I mean? And has a more masculine energy.
Well, that's the only way she could be in the position that she's at. She was there from when I walked in. For when I walked in, messed up off the street, still detoxing. She was there for me day one and has never let up.
And you and the other guy, the three of you, okay, the lady and you two guys, you're the ones that really kind of make the world go around in there, you know, because you can count on each other. And she knows your intentions.
Yeah.
And I know you're going to laugh when I say this. You can laugh now, Jonathan. Okay. Every time I say it, I can hear Jonathan's voice going, "Is that what you're going to name your next book?" She really has your back, and and the other guy, and she has the ear of headquarters.
Nice.
They trust her.
Wow.
Because she is no nonsense.
Well, that even makes a lot of sense because it's like through all of what she's been through, I would think that like how is she still there? But she's there because they know the higher ups say no, there ain't no way you're going to get rid of her.
Oh, she's not going anywhere. Neither are you, and neither is the other guy. Because the three of you are there with the purest of intentions. And it's not about beating your chest and swinging from trees and going, "Look at me, look at me." There's none of that. It's like the three of you feel like a team.
We know what our purpose is.
Thank
you. And we
you.
want to do that. We're not going to let some morons stop
their
us.
ego driving the bus. But she feels like they really hear her. They get her because she is very, very upfront about things. And no, she's not going to sugarcoat everything. So that it's like, oh, we'll just make it. That's not this woman. She is not this little delicate flower.
Oh, no.
And they have such respect for her. Because they know if they ask her a question, she will give them an honest answer.
Yep.
Even if it's something they don't want to hear, Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And she's the type of person that you really want to work with because her ethics are beyond reproach.
It's funny. It's funny you say that because as I was working through the program and had my particular job, certain people asked me if you could get moved up and out of here, out of the basement, would you do it? And I said, no way. I don't want to leave so and so.
Absolutely. I mean, you talk about she really knows exactly what quality is.
Yeah.
And she knows who she can count on and who's full of poop. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
And she knows she can count on you and she can count on the other guy. That if something needs done, there is none of this, I have an owie and if there's an issue going on and you say, I have to do this or I have to, she knows it's true.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
She knows neither of you are going to say, "Oh, I can't do that because I can't." Neither of you are delicate flowers.
Sure.
You're
true.
there because you want to work, you're up for the task, you do it right, and you take care of things. And she knows exactly what's going on. And I expect there's going to be some big changes coming up that all three of you are going to be quite happy about. And part of it will be because of her.
Okay.
Wow.
Huh.
There's going to be some, I always say sometimes they need to take out the trash,
Yeah.
and there's going to be some of that. And these the two jerks, at the top, these two guys that think they're all that, and the woman, the big woman, they are. She's going to have some big trouble, and two of the guys, one of them's going to get caught straight up in a lie. And so there's a whole bunch of stuff coming out of headquarters that's going to really do some house cleaning where you are. And you, the three of you, are going to be doing the happy dance in the basement. So you need to rest your heart, my friend.
Okay.
I
Thank
know
you.
how stressful this is, and I know it's crazy making because the whole energy has been be afraid, be very afraid. Do you know what I can do to you? And they can't do anything.
Right.
They're the ones that are in trouble, and they know it.
Right.
So,
right.
Those people I always say don't play well with others?
Yeah.
That's them.
Mm-hmm.
What a pair of jerks. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Whatever
They're
you
phonies.
need.
What, sweetheart?
Whatever you leave.
They're going to be helped to leave. They wouldn't leave willingly. Are you kidding?
No, I mean whatever you leave to have you.
Relief.
Yeah.
Well,
relief.
it's crystal
Yeah,
clear to me. And, headquarters has been around a long time, and they do a lot of good. And they do not want people inside that are messing with the groove, because it makes things incredibly counterproductive. What's the point?
Yeah.
And they are not shy to, let's see, how do I say this nicely? To help people leave when they no longer belong in the organization.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or in that position, yeah.
Oh, you better believe it. And because it colors the whole thing and causes problems where there needn't be. And the sad part is, talk about misplacing their trust. When all of a sudden they found out that none of this was true, and God bless the woman. I mean, she's, as far as I'm concerned, she is a rock star. And she doesn't walk around saying, well, yeah, I talked to them. She does it because it's the right thing to do, and she works hard. You guys work hard. She's not letting them do that.
Right.
They're not getting rid of you. It's not going to happen.
Good.
So
All
rest
right.
your heart.
Okay.
It is you got nothing to worry about.
All righty.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, yeah, my pleasure. And Kelly?
Yeah?
One of the earliest conversations I had with you was about low blood sugar. Do you remember?
Yeah.
How has that test not been taken yet?
I know. I keep talking to my primary, and she's like, well, we've done your A1C, and that came back okay.
They're not even related. What is she talking about?
I know. So I talked to the phone nurse again today, and I said, my other doctor wants me to have
glucose tolerance. You better believe it. That's right,
yeah,
insulin resistance. And you need to have your blood sugar stabilized because people don't realize insulin is a hormone. it impacts everything in our bodies.
Yeah, and it's like impossible to lose weight, and I'm gaining it. And
Sweetheart, it's not only that, it's everything. That's why you're constantly tired. That's why you are exhausted all the time, and nothing, and everything is painful or uncomfortable, or I mean, and boy, you will within 3 or 4 days after they straighten that out. Oh my goodness, you will feel like the Energizer Bunny.
Oh, I can't wait. I really can't wait.
I promise you, and why they ever took you off metformin is a mystery to me. I don't even understand that. Because that's what stabilizes your blood sugar.
Oh my gosh, I'd never felt better than when I was on it, and then my doctor retired, and then I had to see a different one, and she's like, "Oh, you don't need this. Your A1C is fine." I'm like, "Wait. They had me on insulin resistance." And then
that's
she
the most
retired.
stupid statement I ever heard in my life. Is she delusional, or did she get her medical license out of a Cracker Jack box? I mean, that's ridiculous.
But then she retired, and then this doctor says the same thing, and I'm like,
oh my.
Wait. So there's 2 doctors now that haven't allowed me to go on the metformin, and so now I've been suffering and declining for like a while. And it's like, oh my God.
Is there an endocrinologist?
Yes, I can. If this doctor won't let me get the test, then I'm going to
I beg of you.
Going to him.
I beg of you. Because you will, I mean, you talk about a new lease on life. You literally will feel like the Energizer Bunny. Within 4 days, I told you, you and I are like twin souls, and we have all those things. And I have the super low blood sugar. Huh?
Yeah. The medical
and it's like,
mystery tour.
Yeah, honest to God. And it's like everybody thought I was crazy until and in a million years, I would have never thought it was because my blood sugar was so low. But that was exactly what it was. It just plummets. And it has nothing that can stabilize it. And the metformin stabilizes it. And when I told you about the woman that said to me, "Oh, I see you're diabetic," it's like, no, I'm not diabetic. I'm the opposite of a diabetic. And so are you.
Oh,
and
okay.
That's the issue. You're not diabetic, honey. You're the opposite of a diabetic. You have low blood sugar. That's why when you eat something, you're fine for about 15 minutes and then you crash.
Yes.
I know that's the blood sugar drop.
Oh, God. Wow.
And it is, you and I talked about this in the first times we talked. What, honey?
Are you talking about insulinoma?
No. It's called hyperinsulinemia, which is super low blood sugar.
I understand that. I mean, have you ever heard of insulinoma?
No, I have no idea what that is.
Well, I think this is the same thing, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't want to. I have a story about that, but I don't want to take away from Kelly's time. Go on with what you're saying.
But this is from Jonathan. This is from personal experience. And everybody on my mother's side of the family wait, let me finish.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Everybody had diabetes. I was born and I had super low blood sugar. Okay? And it's like my whole life. And then as an adult, it really started impacting my health. Only everybody thought I was crazy and didn't know what it was. And just like what Kelly's going through, they would not take the tests. And till finally,
I'm just saying I have an experience in my family, that's all. But I don't want to just talk about it, take away from Kelly's time. But that's all I was going to say.
But if it's super low blood sugar, that is the same issue, and it's caused by what is it? It's you and I had the same thing. We're sensitive to all sorts of things, and our blood sugar level doesn't know how to stay stable on its own. And people don't realize what it impacts. It impacts your hair, your vision, your skin, your bones, your exhaustion, everything. I felt like someone reached in my chest and was squeezing my heart. And the minute that they stabilized my blood sugar on a steady level, I mean, within 4 days, I felt like no kidding, like I got my life back.
Oh, wow. I need that. I need that so bad.
Well, that's why I'm saying to you, if he will not do the glucose tolerance test, because it is very specific. When I say to you, you eat something and you're fine for about 15 minutes and then you crash, it's like that is absolutely low blood sugar.
Wow. Yeah,
and
I feel like I have to constantly eat.
Yes, that's low blood sugar, because you're trying to keep it up so your energy level stays up. So I'm begging you to please find an endocrinologist. And I don't, if they say to you, no, you're A1C, it's like, thank you very much, okay. And then find an endocrinologist that'll take care of it.
Okay, thank you.
Sweetheart, you will feel like, I'm not kidding, like the Energizer Bunny.
Wow, because I feel like I'm getting the same runaround I had before I could go to the Mayo Clinic when I was in my early 20s, when I kept passing out and I couldn't figure out why.
That's why, honey. I would pass out in the middle of a sentence. I mean, it was, and it's scary, because you think, what in the world is wrong with me? In the middle of a sentence.
Because I had
once
that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And everything hurts or is uncomfortable. You can't find a comfortable place to put yourself.
Yeah. And thank God I'm not passing out like I did, because at the time back then I also had orthostatic hypotension, so they had to find the right dose of a blood pressure medicine to stabilize it and bring it up to normal. Now it's normal.
Those are the two things I have, is super low blood sugar and super low blood pressure. I told you. No. That's hilarious. I mean, they looked at me like I was crazy. My blood pressure in the hospital was 89 over 63.
My lowest was 60 over 40, and they're like, she's about to go down, get her off of there.
Yep, absolutely.
Really? No kidding?
And it was like, now do you believe me?
Yeah.
So when they stay, you're still going to have the low blood pressure. Okay, we're always going to have that. That's just part of our makeup. But the blood sugar, once it's stabilized, it will help everything. And I always remember when the doctor said to me, Karen, this is easily fixable. I'm just going to tell you, you're going to have to take this for the rest of your life. And I said, if it works, not a problem. What are the side effects? And the truth is, I'm fine.
Oh, thank gosh. Yeah, turn me up. I'll take it the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's exactly right, and it does not get easier.
Wow.
So please don't take no for an answer, and don't keep begging. Find an endocrinologist.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Yeah, because I mean, especially those migraines, those are just on top of the body.
That's what I have those too. And when I don't pay attention, that's when it all kicks in, and it's like, oh darn.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
yeah, it's like.
And I can promise you, you'll see it will not take much for them to. They're not going to put you on this gigantically high dose because it won't take much to get your blood sugar stabilized.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah. Yay! I'm excited.
I am too. I can't wait to get on this road back to feeling like a person, not like, a foot in the grave.
when you finally get to the doctor that is willing to look at it, okay, and says to you, they'll probably look at it and go, "Wow," because they'll be surprised how you stay awake at all. Because it literally plummets, and it is something. Once you get the right doctor, they'll know it's easily fixable, and you'll see the difference is going to be astonishing.
Good. Yeah.
I'm living proof.
Oh, good. Yeah, in my 20s, they could chart. They could say, okay, you cannot go, X amount of hours without eating, and it has to have protein. Well, how do you go from that to, oh, you're fine? I mean, it doesn't work that way.
No.
Yeah.
And not only that, but at a certain point, we need something that keeps it stable throughout the day. We can't always be walking around with cheese sticks in our purse,
Yeah. Yeah.
We need to be able to have something that keeps our blood sugar steady throughout the day.
And at night. I mean, we're not going to set our alarms at 3 a.m. and,
Oh, no. Well, I take mine all together in the morning. And because they are, they're slow release, and they last through the day.
But, if we didn't take that medicine, we can't set our alarms so many hours during the night to eat something.
No, and you won't have to, honey.
Good, because that's probably half the battle of why I wake up in the middle of the night.
Well, of course, because your blood sugar's dropping like a stone.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to get all this fixed. I can't wait. It's like hanging on to hope and knowing that you're sitting on the edge of Christmas morning or something.
Well, endocrinologist is the magic word.
Okay, thank you. I'm excited. Now, I know that, there's hope on the horizon.
Oh, I'm telling you, 4 days. You will feel like rocket fuel. I mean, it's like, yeah, let's do it.
Wow, I'm just like, I wish the doctor's office was open right now so I could be like, let's do this.
Yep.
Okay, well, that answered my question. Thank you.
Rest your heart, Dolly.
Oh, thank you.
Does that answer all your questions, Kelly?
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Well, one more, I guess. Is Pandora going to be okay if I go in and get her jaw debrided? I mean, is it going to be soon enough?
Yes. She's not ready to go anywhere yet, honey.
Oh, okay, good.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
All right. So is that it, Kelly?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
It's funny. You really do love those psychic days. You love all the shows. I know that. This is one of those moments I can tell that you're really loving the show.
Oh,
me?
Yeah. Thank you.
I was telling Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
It is.
Well,
I'm gonna put on
That's
area code 347. 347. You're on the air.
Hello.
Jeopardy music.
I almost said that, Jonathan.
Area code 347. Are you there?
I guess not.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Let's go to area code 760. You're on the air.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Karen. Thanks for taking my call.
Absolutely. What's your name?
It's Gia.
I'm sorry?
Gia.
Hi, Gia. Who is scrubbing something?
Scrubbing something?
No, it sounds like someone is scrubbing something, and I couldn't understand what you were saying.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Gotcha. Great.
So what's your question?
My question, it has to do with career. I'm in transition at the moment. I'm unemployed, and I had my own
temporary,
thing
sweetheart.
going on. Yeah. So if you could, it's kind of concerning me. So if you can give me some information around that, some insight, that would be wonderful.
Well, there is a woman that is going to come and help you. This is a funny choice of words, but I want to say package yourself and launch this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so interesting. It doesn't feel like she wants to be your partner. It feels like this is what the purpose. I don't believe people meet ever by accident.
Right.
I don't care if it's for 5 minutes or a lifetime. And it feels like this woman is brought into your life to help you get yourself launched.
So it's someone I have not yet met, in other words?
If you have, it is so casually you wouldn't even remember her practically, except but it feels like this is the exact purpose that she is being brought into your life is this reason.
And what kind of time frame are we talking about that I could actually get this?
I wish I could tell you that it's 2 days from now, but I can't tell you that. This will be within 90 days. Your life will be dramatically different in some really amazing ways. And something temporary feels like it will come up that will, I want to say, tide you over.
Okay. And will that change my living situation? Will my living situation change as a result of that or anytime soon?
Which, as the result of which?
Either the temporary work situation and or the
temporary work situation
launching.
Will not, but the launching yourself definitely will change your living situation because it will bring you freedom that you have not had in many, many, many years. So yes.
So this will be my own thing, in other words.
Yes, ma'am.
It'll be my
and
own
you
thing.
work with a lot of other people, but you're the queen of the hop.
Oh, I see. So that person that's going to help launch me, do they have anything to do with the larger picture or not?
It feels like they do. Yes.
Okay.
She knows exactly what she's doing.
Oh, I have chills when you say that.
Yes. It's so funny because this is not some like warm, snuggly friendship where it's like, let's go out and have dinner. If you guys stop to get a bite to eat, you'll still be talking about business over that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she is this is not somebody that I would say to you, boy, she has a great sense of humor and this is fun. She is brought into your life for specifically this purpose.
Yeah,
you will know each other for the rest of your lives, but this is not because you guys are going to be hangout buddies together.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else I should know to connect?
Well, no, I'm telling you, she's going to show up, and it's funny because she's one of the people that I have a very dear friend that's a fabulous therapist, and she worked with these other women, these two women that had formed a office partnership that were also therapists, and I called them the taupe suit women. You know exactly what I mean.
I do.
It's like, oh my goodness, you must bore yourself, you know? It's like, and they're so stay between the lines. She's kind of that, but hers might be navy blue rather than taupe, you know? But she
has a little
really,
more depth.
yes, absolutely. And she's not. She will encourage you to do it your way because you are incredibly creative with your clients, and she will help you be able to formulate it so that creativity is not lost.
So will I be kind of like a senior sales rep, or will it be totally my own thing where I've got my own business?
It feels like your own business.
Oh, wow.
This feels like your own business, and it almost feels like it's on a consulting basis, but it looks like it is contracted consulting.
Oh, I see.
This is not like you come in for one time and then you never see the client again.
Right.
You know what I mean, Jelly Bean?
Oh yes, I do. I've been wanting this. This is my path. You know, I've kind of narrowed it down to wanting to be in a consulting situation.
Oh, that's so funny because that's what this looks like to me. This feels like it's contracted. You are brought in because you can help them change the internal structure of their businesses.
Oh, wow.
And you meet with their team so they can be, I want to say, retrained by you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I do.
How to best maximize their talent.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, you know, there's that taking out the trash, having to weed people out because they're in the wrong job. You know. So you are going to love this.
Oh, yeah. I can tell. Already.
Makes me do the happy dance.
And you're so right about the freedom that I've been wanting for so long.
Well, this feels like this is, and the other was a course of least resistance, you know? And it feels like there will be something temporary to tide you over while this is all getting set up. Mm-hmm. But it's not going to be where you're like, oh, my God, I don't have time to even think about myself for 2 seconds. This is not that.
Oh, good.
Oh, no, it will be something that it's a job, and they'll be happy you're there, and you'll be happy to be there, and you'll be comfortably paid for it. But that is what will give you the freedom and permission to go and set up your own thing. And this woman, Miss Navy Suit, she's the one that will help you structure it and launch you. And she'll probably bring you she'll probably be involved with one of the clients in a different capacity, but there are going to be 2 that directly come from her.
Okay. So I don't necessarily need to do anything in terms of look for this. Just
no, she's going to show up.
Step in. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it may come through the quote unquote temporary job. That may be you meet her through that.
Okay. Okay, because I just applied. I've been applying like crazy, and I just applied for consultative sales of a health coach training program.
Good.
Yeah. So
good for you.
But again, Yeah, but again, it's a remote position. It's making lots of calls. It's like working over 50 hours a week. It doesn't sound quite like the organization that you're describing.
No, that is not what I'm talking about.
Maybe this is just a temporary situation.
That's what I said to you. There will be something temporary that takes care of the necessities. But the freedom to build your own thing and get you launched, that feels like in the next 90 days you will know who this woman is and it'll be taking shape.
Okay. Do you see a relationship coming along?
That's later, honey. Right now you need to have the one with yourself.
Oh, I know. That's why I didn't ask that question first.
Oh, I know that. So that's another phone call. But you're going to love next year.
Okay.
I don't think ever in your working life have you been this happy.
I can tell you that sounds right. Just from the past point of view.
Well, it's funny because this gives you back the skip in your step. Do you know what I mean? Because you can be yourself rather than, I can't do this and I can't say that and I have to, It's you'll have the freedom to be yourself.
Good.
I love this.
I love it too.
Yeah, so I'm happy. Let me know, Gia. Please call us on the show and let us know.
Okay, I will.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetie.
All right. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Karen.
Okay. The next one is area code 303.
Hello, 303.
303, you're on the air.
Hello there.
Hi there.
That was a long wait. It's a good thing I'm plugged in because my battery would have been set by now. Oh, my God. Anyway.
As I always say, it's just like real life,
My battery went. Anyway, so my name is Allison. Never talked to you before, but here we are. And,
what is your name, dear?
Allison?
Allison.
Allison?
Okay.
Yeah, don't call me Alice. Definitely not an Alice.
I would never dream of calling you that.
People do it, yeah. So do I just let you run with the ball?
Do you have a specific question?
I've got a few hot topics. I think that the biggest, there's a couple of big ones. I can't narrow it down. There's some family issues happening.
Oh boy, you're not kidding.
That's probably.
Oh no, honey, that's at the top of the list, and that's the biggest one.
Yeah.
And it almost feels like a tug of war. And I wish I could tell you that this is going to be resolved, but boy, you talk about dealing with difficult personalities. I'm always amazed when people are born into a family and there's one or two of them and you've got two that you're dealing with, that it's all about me, and it's like, boy, what the heck is that all about? And you need to make sure that you get some very wise, let's see, how do I say this? Legal advice. Got it?
I don't need, this is not a legal matter at all.
It will be.
No. These are personal relationships. There's no legality whatsoever in any of these. And if there were, that would make it certainly much messier, but this is purely personal.
Well, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say it's kind of, there's two primary players. One of them is the far worse of the two, much worse. The second one can be resolved, and then we have what I would call peripheral players. They're not really impacting the situation. People that I don't even know, but they impact the situation more, really peripherally.
I hear what you're saying, but I want you to remember what I said to you about making sure you have really good legal advice. I hear what you're saying, okay? But the more aggressive of the two, you need to protect yourself and be careful. You hear me?
I do, but there's no risk of
Sweetheart,
that.
I hear what you're saying, but
Okay.
I look at it through very different eyes.
Okay.
Okay? And
Okay.
I'm saying to you, keep that in your pocket, okay?
All right.
And when you recognize that you need this, I want you to get very good legal advice.
Okay.
And you have to understand, I'm not advertising for lawyers, okay?
No, I didn't think so.
No. But I'm telling you because I want you to just, when I see that, I know that there is going to be something that comes up that you, being the logical, sane one of the group, okay, is trying to resolve it peacefully. But I'm thinking, the one that's jumping up and down and carrying on, this is not going to be resolved as peacefully as you think it is. And they are going to, unfortunately, sometimes people just make stuff up. Doesn't matter if it's true or not. And that's what this feels like. So I want you to remember what I'm saying to you. I hear you. I respect that. It's your life. I'm telling you, you need to make sure that you have really good legal counsel to protect yourself, okay?
Right.
And just, educate yourself about who you would want to talk to so that you don't have to start looking around when this happens, okay?
Okay.
Be prepared. And it will come out of the dear blue. So I wish I could say, oh, this will all read. I can't, honey. It feels like they're fixed on things being the way they want it to be rather than what is true. And they can't hear you. It doesn't matter what the truth is. They don't want to know. So this is something that, and part of you is just going to have to, and I can't say that, this is the last time I will say it, I want you to make sure that you will have somebody that you can pick up the phone and call to protect yourself, okay, when that becomes necessary. And the other thing is, I want you to make peace with some people just have a problem with their hearing, and that's what this feels like, that this is going to be not going to resolve in the way that you wish it would. Because some people, and it feels like particularly this one person, it doesn't care what the truth is. So, and I wish I could tell you, oh no, I can't. Because
that relationship has ended. That relationship has been ended for quite a long time, and that person is not even a part of my life at this point. So it's really damaged from a distance. It's really the other person, the younger person involved, the second party in this. That relationship can be resolved. It will take time. It's not going to be a quick thing by any means. I'm not concerned about I'm not concerned about the person that I am completely estranged from. I'm concerned about the person I do still have some positive ties with, but there needs to be some repair emotionally to the relationship, and that's really where my interest is.
Well, that's going to take,
and that one is going to be a process.
And I'm happy to hear that, honey, but it's not going to be what you think it's going to be. This is going to hit a major road bump before.
It already has.
Yeah, well, you ain't seen nothing yet.
It has.
Before this gets, this doesn't even feel like it's even remotely near any kind of conversational.
It will,
and it feels like there's going to have to be a mediator to get it to this point. You know what? You're asking me what I see. I hear what you're saying. I'm telling you what I see, and I'm sorry. I can't. This feels like Sometimes we think we have everything under control, but I'm telling you that does not feel like the case. Okay? This feels like it comes out of the dear blue. And I'm sorry, I wish I could say to you, oh, great. You know, good. But that is not what this feels like. I'm sorry.
Time, definitely a matter of time on that aspect of it. I'm fully prepared for that.
And it's going to take a different turn before things get resolved.
Oh, sure, I see that too. I expect that. Pretty complicated situation.
Oh boy. People did, and it's sad because you're speaking English and they're speaking in hieroglyphics or something. You know, it's like, what is wrong with you people? So that's what I see, sweetheart. I wish I could tell you that it feels like this is going to be easy, but it doesn't feel that way to me, and I can't make up a story and tell you that it does.
I definitely was not expecting easy on this.
So, does that answer the questions, ma'am?
Not expecting easy.
What?
That is what it looks like.
Yeah, it's not easy. I know that, but it's definitely a process of time.
Yep. So, do you have any other critical questions you need to ask?
No, I don't know. I don't want. I'm going to let the legal thing just go because there's no relationship and there's no legal. Thank God. There is no legal courting here. You know, no legal connection. Thank God for that. Because had there been, it could be actually even then because that wouldn't, lawyers can protect. But in this case, it's just merely an emotional relationship that has been severed, and that's the extent of that, and that's how it's going to stay. And there's not going to be a reconciliation, and neither should there be. So. Oh
no, dear, there is none of that.
It's not, but the other one is worth saving. One was not worth saving even years ago.
But I'm telling you, it's going to take quite a bit of time.
Yes,
and it's going to, and forgive me, I hear what you're saying, but there's going to be a major speed bump before it gets
right.
Okay.
Sure, absolutely.
So
I know that.
Okay.
All right.
So, anything else?
No, I guess that's enough for now.
Okay, my friend.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right, well,
thank you. Bye-bye.
You're welcome, sweetheart.
We are about out of time, but I must say it seems like we got a lot done.
A lot done.
Yay!
Yeah. So I wanted to thank everybody for coming. Kelly and Barbara, as usual. You guys are wonderful. And Karen is wonderful, usual. And thank you for all the callers. Okay.
We have the loveliest callers in the world. I mean, they're so
and I
sweet.
believe I'm getting my chakras done tomorrow, so that's what we're going to do tomorrow.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yay!
One of the guests canceled, so we're going to be doing our chakras because obviously, we have to do a show every day. We're trying to.
Yeah.
Well, you need it too.
You're going to get on me. I know Kelly would get on me if we didn't do a show every day. Am I right, Kelly?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. You have a show today?
My favorite line of the day. Karen, my favorite line of the day is, I'm surprised she doesn't bore herself.
Yeah. I love that. Oh, that was great.
Well, you know what? Every once in a while we meet those people that it's like, I'm sorry if I'm keeping you awake. You mean, you look at them and go, never mind. This is where I go, bye-bye.
There was a guy that was running for president many years ago named Bill Bradley. Do you remember him?
What? I'm sorry. Repeat that.
Bill Bradley.
Jonathan?
Do you remember him?
Of course.
Yeah.
What about him?
Well, Dan Quayle was on a talk show one time, and he made a comment about Bill Bradley, and he goes, "If you think Al Gore is boring."
Oh God! What a rude thing to do.
I
It is
Bill
rude.
Bradley is boring. You know. Bill Bradley.
And Dan Quayle was such a rock star. I mean, come on, really, Mr. Personality.
Funny.
Yeah.
The guy that had to dress up to take his garbage can down to the end of the walk so they could pick up the trash. No. I swear, a guy completely disconnected from real life. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So he must have been a scintillating conversationalist, Jonathan.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, thanks everybody
it is
for
so.
coming.
Well, you are loved. I love you guys.
Love you
Love
too.
you
Love
too.
you guys.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
You
Yes,
too.
thank you.
Bye, sweetheart.
Bye.
Bye.